Hi everybody, it's Diane here to make journal cards. Why? Because I found this pack of library cards. I did buy them new in my stash of stuff and I just decided to use them. You can use your library cards in any manner you choose. So I made a few, started a few. What I'm doing right now is taking kind of a main image, adding some scrapbook paper or little text papers or something, setting it aside. And from there, we will add embellishments, paint, ribbon, washi, I don't know, something. Once again, I'll say I'm trying not to be overly fussy, overly matchy. And once again, you're saying, yeah, right. We know you better than that, Diane. Okay, that's nice. That's an old playing card. I don't think I said that. You want to tell us what you're using there? This is Top Notch Teacher Products, Inc. Yeah, there were a couple that's going to show on the bottom. I'll probably put tape or paint or something over that. I don't really like that so much. All right, what else? These are a few focal image things I just kind of grabbed at random. That's nice. That's an old collage sheet type image. I am not sorry. That's not very nice. It's some kind of old school something or other. I guess it's a book page. I don't really remember this one. Hans, bring me the newspaper. Write us a letter. Please give me the pencil. That's fine. How many are you going to make? I don't know. There's 50 cards in here. Yeah, this was unopened even. I didn't realize I had an unopened pack. I was gifted for Christmas a pack of ephemera. And it's nice. There's a lot of nice designs on here. But boy, is this just thin. It's like, I mean, cheap note paper, cheap notebook paper. Which I guess is fine for what I'm doing, but it's cheap. That's kind of cool. This green matches this little green tab there. Well, how has everyone's weather been? For me, this is the first week of February now, and yesterday we had 54 degrees. Really unusual. It was so nice. It was so nice to go outside. Just go outside. I mean, I had a jacket on, obviously, but you're outside. It's not like hurt. When you got your dog. Hurry up, you guys! It's cold out here. Come on, hurry! I'm cold. It's just go outside. It's nice. That was really nice. But today is like 28. Hey, Diane's enjoying herself. We better do something about that. That girl is a scrapbook paper image. old one, as a matter of fact. Yeah, this girl is now 22. Do you ever stop and think about that? And you're watching movies or something, and there's a little kid in it, and it's from 1979. It's like, you realize how old that kid is now? Saying you're depressing everybody. Okay, I'm sorry. What do you mean that kid? You realize how old you are now? No. Yes, I do. Well, this is pretty. I'm not sure where it would fit, though. It's not bad. Yeah, that needs more stuff. Okay, well, what else? It's an old scrap of paper too, and it's torn, but I thought for this type of purpose, I don't think that's a big problem. This is an old German page that's actually in Old German alphabet. How interesting is that? Isn't that cool though? I mean, I think it's cool. Well, that's sort of different. A little unusual, but I like it. The backs of these, I don't know if I'll just leave them. Not bad. You know, they have the lines. You could certainly write on that. Although, yeah, it's a little, I don't know. You know, some people like lines. It keeps your writing nice and straight. To me, it's a little confining, busy, messy. At this point, I'll probably just leave the backs. But if I was to ever put it in a journal or something like that, you know, maybe I would put a decorative paper on the back. Yeah, I need a stamp in there. Did you grab the stamps? No. I've got a few sitting here that I didn't put away. I don't know there's anything too exciting in here. Anybody see the new Year of the Snake stamp? It's foiled. Those red flowers are foiled. Kind of cool. Yeah, it's acceptable, but I don't think that's too interesting. Purple, no. Okay, well maybe we'll just wait with that one. I'll find a stamp. I didn't like that one. Too boring. Speaking of stamps, 5 cents. I pulled that off an old note card I had made. We need something vintage looking, don't we? Where did I put all out here? Even this paper is heavier than that mushroom stuff. Really? Yeah, really. That's nice. I'm sure that would look okay, but that's, to me, that's too boring. Maybe you want boring. Maybe you're going to match it with something else. Maybe you're going to stamp on it or something. You can do whatever you want. Whatever your paper needs are. It's nice. Does it need a little something interesting? No, Dan, keep the whole thing boring. And what are you going to do with these when they're done? Probably just stick them in a box or something like that. I had thought of possibly using them as fronts of, putting them on front note cards. I just, it's a good thing I didn't empty my garbage. Where was it? I guess I used it already. There was an image in here that was an old tag I had purchased years ago, like a printed collage thing. And when I came across it, I thought, well, I'm not going to use it as a tag. Let's just get rid of these strings. And I kind of thought of saving it and putting it in my stash of stuff. And I thought, oh, come on, Diana. It's a little piece of string. You have string. Throw it out. Isn't that the way it always goes, though? You hold on to something stupid for 20 years. You throw it away. 2 days later, you go, oh, I could have blah, blah, blah. Oh, well. Maybe you should just, pretend to throw something away. Okay, I'm going to throw this string out now. And then you'll have 14 ideas of what you could do with the string, I guess. Dan, what are you talking about? I don't know. I'm still getting over being somewhat sick. I'm tired. Yeah, what are the rest of your excuses? That's all I could come up with. I don't know, be kind. But I guess if you're watching me, heaven help you. But no, do you like people that kind of, I don't know what you call that, just free thinking here, talking off the top of her head, a little entertaining, a little funny? Or do you like more the serious, all someone is discussing is exactly what they're doing in a very dull and boring manner? You can see which I prefer. I mean, obviously there's a place for instructional videos, but I mean this type of thing, what Diane does. Actually, that's kind of cool. Let's try one more. I grabbed a couple of those Dina Wakley collage sheet images and I glued them to just printer paper. They're slightly curling, which shouldn't matter. But I wanted them to stand out instead of fading into the background, so that's why I did that. Now, see, can you see how, I'll give you, forget the folder, a little tip. See, she's got crosshatch lines here, and with these fussy little flowers, to me, that's, yeah, no way. If you want to use that for some reason, then take something, and doesn't match, but something like that is going to help. Okay, there's a nice, serious little lesson. I can do that too. No. That's okay. I don't love it. I don't know if it's just a good starting point. What about, let's try a warmer color and see if that's any better, different. To me, that's just strictly a matter of opinion. I did not cut out this space here, so, too bad. I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying not to be so fussy. Oh, that's not bad. Just a little bit of it over on the blue. Okay, that's fine. But if you care to, you could certainly cut that out. Or just in this type of project, just ignore it. Or perhaps you'll end up putting a word over it or something. That's okay. See, now that's fussier again with a pattern, but it's so pale. It's fine. To me, you know, there are some rules in art. There are. I mean, blue and yellow make green, right? But a lot of art is a matter of just what you personally like. And if you like it, that's all that matters. Unless you have a client. That's interesting, except for that corner. I don't like that. You remember that corner? You know what? We're just gonna cut off a corner. Oh, it's the wrong one, you stupid. It was damaged, so I thought, well, I'll just cut that one off. Well, what about that then? Okay, that's fine. A little shorter that way, I don't think matters. Okay, kind of cool. You know, I should get my, I kind of keep forgetting I bought this, speaking of her. I will say, me personally, I was finding this stuff a tad difficult to work with because, as you can see, it is most of it. It's kind of busy. It's kind of, you know, a lot going on there. I was finding it a little difficult to use. But, you know, I mean, it's like any scrap of paper or anything, right? You just have to find the right place for it. Maybe. That's interesting. All right. I'm going to piece together these other three, I guess. And then I'll probably glue down what I think I can. And then we'll come back and, like I said, paint or add flowers or ribbons or stamping, whatever. Hang on, come back. Okay, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. I added a postage stamp to this one because it was sitting over there to be filed away and the colors caught my eye. So what else do you want to do with that one? Well, you know, actually with the watch faces and that, probably just a word or a phrase and then maybe, I don't know, paint or a ribbon or something. I didn't bring ribbon up here. I just decided that was too boring. How about spent some happy days? As in spent time, how about that? But Diane, it says they spent some happy days. Yeah, well, we're going to get rid of they. It's just us. That's fine. Okay, we'll get it eventually. Pretty soon she's going to start cutting all the letters apart, I guess. Okay. Now, obviously that fits. But to me, I think at this point, you might as well cut it all apart. And I think it would look more even. And they're not quite straight. I'll straighten up these edges later. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think just a bow or something down on the bottom. Maybe a tad of rubber stamping. That's a little boring. Uh, what? Just some text up there is probably fine. I just washed dishes. My fingers look red. Sorry about that. That's pretty good. That's better. All right, I think that's, for a journal card, what do you want? What kind of an attitude is that? It's a end of the day, she just washed dishes, she's tired, and there's nowhere to put this attitude. Okay, I'll glue that by myself. Well, that's a little lacking. I could use an imagey flower or something on the bottom, don't you think? Look at these things too, kicking around. I keep forgetting I pulled them out. I think they're all too big. This was another thing someone bought for me. They're all die cut paper, cardstock type things, but you're supposed to use these pop dots to anchor them to something. What is that? A light? It's a broken bird cage they've turned into a lamp. And yeah, I think these are all too big. Oh, there's a bird. Oh, maybe that. Why do they leave so much white around the edge? Because that way, Diane, you get to cut it out and it gives you something more to do. Oh, okay. I think a flower or something to kind of conceal these berries are cut off. No, I don't recall. If it was a tag, it was supposed to be a tag, it had the angle cuts on the top. And someone who shall remain nameless didn't like that, so she trimmed it straight across. That's okay. I don't like the black border around it. Do we want No. The mini pinking scissors I have, that's going to be too tight down there. And I'm not going to do this too long. I know, to the great disappointment of everybody, but we were encroaching on 20 minutes with that first segment, so I don't want to have a super long vid. That's okay. It's better without it. Is there a smaller flower? I think, do you agree? It's too bold. I don't like cutting off that much of the berries. Those look like black raspberries to me, which I love. And I know, over here looking at my flower box is so dumb. You guys can't see it. Yeah, Diane, it's dumb. Well, in keeping with our dumb theme, would this be dumb? No, I would fussy cut that. Oh, that's okay. Maybe it could even kind of look like it's at the top there, part of it. Because raspberries have those kind of flowers, right? I don't know. What are those supposed to be? I don't know. The raspberry flowers thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Does this need a phrase or a word? And stuff's already jumbled up. A great benefit to everyone. Oh, that sounds like something positive, doesn't it? Diane, you're not saying anything. I'm reading. Oh, what's wrong with a long, long time ago? It looks sort of vintage. Okay, I'll cut this better out by myself. Maybe I would, if something doesn't go down here, I'm definitely going to put ribbon or something over that. You want to cut all those words apart again? Not really. All right, I'm on the fence about that one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that composition. All right, I found a stamp for that. It's kind of cool. I do not know where that's from. Well, it says. I don't know what that is, where that is. I'm sorry. Well, okay. Um. Well, I don't think that one lends itself to flowers. You could certainly do that. Maybe a cool old invoice number of some sort, like that. This is kind of a tracing vellum or onion skin type paper here. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Maybe there. I can see ribbon down there, or washi. Maybe a washi. Just a sec. And I got, I got paint water here. I mean, just to ensure I don't paint. Well, there's choices here. Oh, I wanted this one. Boy, this tape is getting old, some of this stuff. Okay, I like that because of the design in the border here. I'm not sure if I still want the number down there though. Let's see. I didn't open my glue. I was assuming I glue all this stuff off camera. She's wrong again. What a surprise. Stop turning. That's nifty. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to cover that now. Well, that's kind of interesting, but it makes it look, since it's so centered, it has some significance, which it does not. So what if we get rid of some excess space here? I guess it's not really excess space, excess paper. That's better. Okay. What about a little paint just to jazz it up? I mean, I think you could add flowers or something, but it's just as an example. It's going to start taking away from the stamp. I don't want to do that. You're going to have to watch your size and all that, which, I mean, you do normally anyway, but, well, what color? Yeah, I'm thinking about a color in case you're going, what are you doing now? Where'd she go? Uh, Yeah, kind of blues, maybe a little green. I'm not sure. That's why it took her so long. You can even do a tan. You want to put, electric purple on it? Go ahead. You just schmutzed it up. You ruined it. Oh, trying to make it look schmutzy. So she did it right. That's okay. I suppose there's people out there that would be like, ew, what are you doing? I hope you're not one of them. All right, I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with that. That could be done. Yeah, it's done because you ruined it. No, it's not ruined. Okay. Did I say that was it? How long have we been doing this? 13. Yeah, that's going to be it, folks. I have to do all of these. I'm going to see quick. They're neat, but they'll look better when you come back. Oh, a little tip. If you do something like this, don't glue to the edge if your paper hangs over. It could be a problem. Would you have thought of that? Some of you probably would have. There's one you didn't see before. Cute. Okay, hang on. We'll come back for show and tell. Just a minute. Okay, I'm back with 16 cards, all finished. Backs are blank still. I did add a postmark here because these words lined up more than they should have, and it left sort of a big emptiness there. This one's kind of plain, but I think that's cute. That's a rubber stamp, scrapbook paper. Most of these have inking around the edge, either black or brown. These mushrooms are collage sheet image is washi tape. This is nice too. This is washi tape. That's an actual old invoice number. This color area back here is scrapbook paper, and then black spatters. This one's nice. I added a little more paint, some spattering up here, scrapbook, ribbon, top and bottom. That's a catalog image. Well, catalog words. It's an image, but I should have said words. Cheesecloth, a bow. I did add some more text at the bottom. I don't remember if you saw this one before. But anyway, with no text down there, it didn't look right. So I added more down there. This is pretty. I did a little white spattering. That flower worked out fine. Ribbon on the bottom. Ribbon. More collage sheet mushrooms there. Fabric. This one's the Symmetry Award. If you really wanted to be top-notch Symmetry Award, put the bow in the center. I liked it off-center better. There's cheesecloth there. And I wasn't trying to win the Symmetry Award. It just that's just the way it came out. Dark blue ribbon down here. It might look black on screen. I did add a postmark rubber stamp up there. This is not real stitching. That looks pretty darn good. It's scrapbook paper. Ribbon. It's washi tape hand there. More ribbon on the bottom. You can write your wish in there. This one's pretty plain, but I like it. If you do something similarly, you could certainly add more flowers, a word, stuff up here, more ribbon maybe, a bow. I like the way it is, so she didn't tinker. Ribbon and a bow on top here. Scrapbook paper, a bird. Well, we know it's a bird, Diane. A scrapbook paper bird. All these flowers and these two little ones are off the same scrapbook paper. There's ribbon down here, and this is fabric. Ribbon bow. You could add a word to that if you want. There's room, maybe even some little one here, but I like it the way it is. And then this one we have cheesecloth and paper and fabric and ribbon and stitching. Wow. And a little paint. Okay. I didn't mention this before, but I have done this in the past. If you have blank cards, make them look used. You come up with a title, an author, type it on, handwrite it on. I've seen actual catalog or due date cards handwritten. You could print it out and adhere it to the top too if you want. And then that's kind of fun. You could take the title, just say there's a dog in the title, then, put a dog on the card. And that's kind of fun too. But I didn't do that this time. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day out there.